What's up? My name is SUBCHVRGE. Today we're going to break down my recharge of Pondy Replay by Rihanna. Very, very simple. Not a lot going on. So let's hop into the project file. I'll show you exactly what I did, how I did it, and we'll see if we can't break this down. Alright, welcome to the project file. I'm not going to be playing the vocals because of copyright. However, if you haven't heard the song, this is kind of what it sounds like. So it is, again, very, very simple. I'm not gonna lie to you, I made this in like 15 to 20 minutes. Essentially, I just ripped the sub out of my song Temple of the Blue Moon, and that sounds like this. Made a little manual sidechain for it with a utility, doing some volume automation. And then a bass lane to kind of give it a little bit of nice low end on the side, about 300 hertz. Yeah, we're bumping the width up a tad. Gain is fine, but just a little tiny bit of side harmonics to really make the sub a little bit wider, cleaner, all that good stuff. Yeah, the song is carried super heavily by the sub and the vocals. Like literally without it, it's basically a drum loop and some background stuff. Anyway, let's hop into the drum section. It's very simple. It's literally just two things, right? It's a regular drum loop, and then that same thing but filtered out, a little bit of reverb and saturation. And I did that for a little bit extra reverb on the drum track. Make it a little bit more spacey, a little bit more dreamy, a little bit just more out there. For the, I guess you could call it a build section, we have this stem right here. This is the effects stem from my song Moving My Body. It's a little triplet stem. I remember I was trying to make this song into a triplet-esque sort of vibe, and this was kind of the only thing that was working for that particular vibe that I was going for, that I had already stemmed out. So I just grabbed the stem, ended up working for a build type thing. Yeah, very easy. That stem for the sub on Temple of the Blue Moon 2 kind of just outlines the main drop structure here as well. I'm not gonna lie to you, man, that's kind of it as far as the entire structure of the song goes. We do have like one little background bass up here. That one right there, it's like a Reese almost. Let me see if I can pop in here. Okay, so it's like a sine wave with a bit of really weird harmonics on it. We have some Rift on it, dirty amp space from the hybrid amps preset folder. Fold sitting at about 72%. Space is just at half. Dry wet all the way up. I'm also automating a filter right here, so we can check this out. Without it, I mean, that's it, but with the filter, pretty cool. We have a Virtual Riot wash, so without that, and then with it, cool. Some Sinoid fold without the Sinoid fold, and the Sinoid fold, cool. And then a little bit of EQ without the EQ, and with the EQ. So it's kind of like a little bit of a background element, but it still also has like a really, really massive presence in the song, because it kind of acts as like, you know, a mini turnaround of sorts every few bars, and that is basically the entire project. Like I said, very, very simple. This is probably one of the simplest ones I did, because I had the vocals from a program called UVR5, which is Ultimate Vocal Remover 5. It works really, really well for extracting vocals, drums, basses, things of that nature. And it was one of the things that I wanted to do with it was that I wanted to create a sort of more hip hoppy sort of flip of it, and then when I found that the drum loop worked really well with the vocals, I just grabbed the closest sub that I could find, which was my sub on Temple of the Blue Moon. So it was a really simple project. Again, like I flipped it in like 15-20 minutes, but I think it works really well, and it really goes off live, which I really like. So if you like this, feel free to comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. If you want to hear the full thing with the vocals, in the description down below, I will leave a link to the SoundCloud page where I posted it, and you can follow me there as well. Thanks for checking the video out. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Adios.